What is going on, good people? Welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bosser. It's Black Friday tonight,
Yes.
Trey. The weather is getting crisp. And, of course, the football is getting intense as the playoffs near, Trey. Can't wait.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome on in. Let's settle into another episode of DSI. Always great to be back on the greatest show in America.
That's right.
We'll begin tonight in Laurel, Delaware, a Henlopen South showdown. Two teams still unbeaten in the conference. 3-0 Woodbridge taking on 4-1 Laurel this evening. Woodbridge would start out with the ball, and boy, did they put together a drive. They converted 2 straight fourth downs, including this run by quarterback Jordan Evans. It's capped off an 8.5-minute drive here with an unconventional score. Evans fumbles before he gets to the goal line. Big man Noah Matthews, the tight end, jumps on it. Bridge with the 8-0 lead. Now Evans would more than make up for it on the following drive. 3rd and goal from the 24. Watch him avoid a few defenders, step up and hurdle the safety. How about it? 24-yard touchdown. Amazing effort by the junior signal caller. Raiders up 16-0 at the half.
Now, Laurel couldn't muster up any offense all night long. We mean any offense. Their best plays were kick returns. Javi White finding some space up the middle for a nice gain there. But the Woodbridge defense was unforgiving tonight, led by that man, junior middle linebacker Wyatt Wright. Trey, you were talking about him tonight on Twitter.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Laurel didn't get one first down the entire game. That Woodbridge defense is stifling. Blue Raiders post their 3rd shutout in 4 games with a 16-0 win. Oh, and by the way, that 4th game, they gave up 3 points.
Yeah, no first downs for an entire game. That's just silly. That's just the kind of night it was, first of all, for Laurel. But we've got to give credit to Woodbridge's defense. They played 16 quarters this season, and they've given up 3 points. They're now giving up less than 1 point per game. That's unheard of. I've never even heard of something like that. Now, they haven't, honestly, Brandon, played the toughest of opponents, especially on the offensive side. But with a unit like their defense, one you can lean on and depend on to be there night in and night out, you can win a championship. Now, I will say the key between Woodbridge and another state title is not Howard. It is their offensive line. They have the skill players to win it all, but if their offensive line does not get bigger, stronger, and tougher, these games will look like this. Games that probably should have been 30-0 games ends up with a 16-0 count.
Right, and I'm not going to put too much stock into the final score here. Woodbridge has incredible talent on their team. They're coming off that state title appearance last season. I think we're heading for a rematch of last year's championship game.
All signs point to that, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Woodbridge and Howard, they are the 2 best teams in Division II in the state, I think at least. Howard is just killing the competition up in Newcastle County. They just beat a Division I opponent, Appo, by 30 points tonight. That is, if the Blue Raiders can make the tournament, we still have to figure out, is Woodbridge going to make it in the tournament? I think if they win 5 games, they should be in.
If they don't make the tournament, there's something thoroughly wrong with the process that the DIAA created.
I would totally agree with that, but Howard, they're a team that is just on a totally another level.
They are.
And Woodbridge has been a team that throughout the entire season so far, we've been seeing they've had slow starts. And then this game against Laurel, only 16 points. But
all in the first half.
I mean, hey, if that defense can do to Howard what it's been doing to the teams that we've seen so far, the offense doesn't have to score that many
points. It's a tough task, yes.
All right, now let's move on to a Division I battle between 2 3-2 teams, both looking to take a step closer to the DIAA playoffs. Salesianum coming to Georgetown to take on Sussex Central. The last time that these teams met, the Knights captured the 2018 state championship. 33-7. Check out the work Central put in on the ground. They controlled the trenches all night long. That was Jeremiah Wilson finding pay dirt. Then it's big Dion Stevens. He lays the shoulder into the backer right there. Bruising run in for the score. It was 12-0 at the break. Now let's give the defense some love right here. 1 first down allowed the entire first half. They put on an impressive performance tonight, but the Sows would finally score in the 4th. But check this out. On the ensuing kickoff, Philip Stratton zigging and zagging. And there he goes all the way to the house. And you could feel that pretty much put this one away. But how about one final nail in that coffin through 2 Knights' hands right here. This pass going into the arms of Patrick Henry right there. Sussex Central wins 19-7. They've now won 3 in a row. They have Milford next week, and they are very much alive in the Division I playoff race.
We played hard, man. They had a bunch of D1 kids, good people over there, good coaches, and we just grinded out as a team, worked together, and just take it to the next week.
They are big and physical and athletic, and I was very pleased with our kids meeting the challenge of what their strength of their team. But for me, I thought my quarterback really has matured and come into his own and had a great game for us tonight. We give them the 24-hour rule, so they can enjoy the game tomorrow on film. On Sunday, they need to be watching Milford's film.
That's right.
My goodness,
That's
Coach
right.
Wells, got to love him. And Lewis, Cape, looking to maybe sneak into the playoffs, need a win over CR today. No scores on the first drive. Next rider drive, Tremere Woodland, the guess who? DeAndre Kale gliding 58 yards to the end zone. That's how the scoring opens up. Ensuing Cape drive, they'd answer back. Counter going to Jordan Baines. He goes untouched to the crib. That's the equalizer. Game tied up at 1 to end the first quarter. Well, the Riders looking to go deep again. To start, it's Kale jumping over a defender. Stop me if you've heard this before. Amazing catch by this young man again to retake the lead. Time winding down in the half. Cape ball, Hank D'Ambrogi rolling out, gonna run and fire to Chancleer Johnson. He's gonna tiptoe the end zone. Extra point missed, so CR leading by 1 at the break. Jump ahead to late in the fourth. Jaden Davis coughing the ball up. He is their workhorse, but he had some fumbling issues today. The fourth quarter, Woodland powering into the end zone, pushing the lead to 8. CR holding on for a 21-13 victory over Cape Henlopen.
I mean, we had to pick up our confidence again from last week. We knew we wasn't there last week, so we know we had to make a statement this week in order to have a good groove coming into next game, so we have confidence.
I mean, the connection comes from many different options. Me and him hoop together, and I know if he give me the nod, I know where he's going to go. I know he's going to give me 2 of them, but I trust my QB and my coaches to give me the ball when I need it. So that's what I did to accomplish what I needed to do.
Props to Cape Henlopen. They battled today. Now let's move on to Dover and Polytech. The Senators get on the board early in the first. Tavion McCoy faking the handoff, takes it inside for the score. Then McCoy, he had quite the game today as he would go on to score the next touchdown. Similar fashion there, fooling the defense on that 3-yard touchdown run. The Senator defense also took a stand in the second quarter with that sack, forcing a punt. McCoy would make them pay once again before the half with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. And then Dover would go on to hold the Panthers scoreless through the second half. That was nice. They win it 38-0. Now let's check out some other scores from around the 302. Smyrna killing Tech tonight, 50-7. Ymir Knight with 3 touchdowns for the Eagles.
Yeah, and a few more other scores. They are not filled in because they have not been played. Delmar, Indian River, I will be there in Dagsboro tomorrow, 11 a.m. Seaford taking the long trip to Wilmington Friends. They need a victory. That's a long way to go not to get a win. So
sure
Seaford
is.
Come back with the win. And, of course, the Battle of the Bell, Milford and Lake Forest. Those guys will play on Monday. That was a COVID cancellation earlier in the year, and they were supposed to play on Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. That is now pushed to Monday, so we'll see that. All right, to wrap things up, Brandon, first of all, got to say, I love this Woodbridge team. They've got the skill, like we talked about, to win it all. They're going to be fun to watch. Let's see if that translates into a title. Also very impressed by Sussex Central. To me, and I'll even say for me and myself, they were just a forgotten about kind of bunch to me, in my opinion. I didn't really think about them having a shot to get into the playoffs with there only being 4 teams. But Central, they look like they have a shot, and they look like they very well could make some noise in Division I.
That's right. Central is the real deal. Remember, their only losses came to the hands of Smyrna and CR.
That CR loss might hurt a little bit.
That's definitely going to hurt a little bit because I believe CR has now 5 wins on the season and Sussex Central has 4 wins on the season. But this is a different team than the one that took on the Riders a few weeks back, I think. The Knights control the line of scrimmage very well. They look very solid in every aspect of the game. But the only question mark I have is maybe the pass game. And Coach Wells said it in his SOT right there, how impressed he is with his quarterback, Zamir Gardner's improvement. but they take on Milford next week. They have a chance to go to 5-2. They need at least 5 wins to potentially get into the playoffs. I'm hoping the Knights can sneak in there because I think they are one of the most talented teams in the state of Delaware.
Yeah, now, Brandon, I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit for your DIAA expertise and your note with the points and stuff. Does Central benefit from getting a from CR getting a victory next week when they play Smyrna?
Well, if you have 5 wins, then you get an extra point from taking on a team with that many wins. So they're going to get an extra point from taking on Smyrna, having them on their schedule, even though it's a loss.
Yeah.
They could also get another point from taking on CR. But as of right now, we don't know what's going to happen when it comes to the points and the playoffs in DIAA right now. It's a total crapshoot. I've talked with reporters from across the state. Everyone is we're going into it blind, really, going into next Sunday.
Yeah, and then we have games that were supposed to have been played that haven't been played, and we're hearing that they may be played, they may not be played. When are they going to be played?
Who's going to win the Henlopen South? We don't know.
We are happy that football is here to stay. We got one more week. That is going to do it for our A block. When we come back, it's the final week of the regular season in boys soccer as well. Couple of teams on the bubble needing victories. We've got those games coming up next on the Delmarva Sports Insider.
It's Coach Jed Bell from Woodbridge High School, and you guys are watching Delmarva Sports Insider.